What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for Rated to Love Season 10, Episode 10. The episode is titled Getaway Part 2. So, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss Rated to Love, shall we? All right, you guys, so Rated to Love. They're gonna be off next Friday. I did see that. Rated to Love will return on September 2nd, I think they said, or something like that. No, September 5th. So it'll be off next week, and I'm assuming that's because next weekend is Labor Day weekend, so we'll be back on the 5th. Oh, what the fuck? Wait a minute. So we're gonna end with 12 episodes. I figured we were gonna end on 12. Hear me loud and clear. Never do this again. Never, ever. Because y'all know the season finale is September 12th. So we'll come back on September 5th, and then the following week will be the finale. Then after that, it will be the reunion. Y'all really could have aired this concurrently with the Never Ever Mets. You really could have. Just letting that be known. Because again, now when we get to the reunion, I barely remember these people that we got right here. I damn sure ain't gonna remember the people from the first 6 episodes. So when we get to the reunion, I'm just gonna be like, her. Y'all also know that the reunion would have been, so September 19th is my mom's birthday, and it's Saturdays. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my mom's birthday. I want to go out of town, but I don't know where we're going just yet. But whatever we do, y'all know with the reunions, y'all know I always go live for the Rated to Love reunions. But let's get into this episode. It ain't really much to discuss with this episode. So we get the eliminations in this episode. So it's down to Deanna and Angie, right? So Khalil is having a conversation with Angie, and Cam is having a conversation with Angie, and Khalil is having a conversation with Deanna, right? Deanna was still talking about she doesn't know what this connection is with she and Cam. I was like, ma'am, yes you do. It's a friendship. Like, y'all cultivated this at the end of the season once. Who was she connected to? Who the hell was Deanna connected to in the first place? I do not remember. Who was Khalil connected to? I don't know. But okay, whatever. So ultimately, Deanna was the one who was told she is not ready to love. No shock there. Like, absolutely no shock there. But okay, whatever. Let's move on, you guys. All right, guys, so now we move on. So after Deanna left, the group decided to play a drinking game, right? So the first question was, if you like to push buttons in a relationship, take a drink. So Kiara tapped Coolio Omar Epps, and he drank, right? The next one was, drink if sex before marriage is mandatory. So quite a few of them drank to that. I was like, okay, whatever. Next one was, drink if you watched yourself in the mirror while having sex. I think Angie drank, somebody else drank. So then the next one was, drink if you've had a toy used on you during sex. Angie took a drink. Drink if you give 100% in all of your relationships. If y'all believe some of them saying that they give 100%, cool. And then it says, the last one was, no, this is not the last one. The next one was, if you are excited about your future relationship, drink. Which future never mind, moving on. And then the last one was, if you like spontaneous sex. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Not much here to discuss with this one. So then we see as Tay and Khalil had a conversation with each other, right? Now, Tay, I really, really, really like you. But girl, I really gotta question yo your priorities. I really gotta question your priorities, right? Here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have kids before you turn 40. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, the nigga that you having your number one, can he provide anything for you? He ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. Does he even? He ain't even got a car. Do he have a car? I don't think he even got a car. So at least Khalil has a timeline, right? Khalil wants to enjoy his partner before he gets to that point of wanting to have kids. And again, I'm not knocking you for saying that you have your timeline as well. That's not what I'm saying. But for you to sit there and say that that's what Khalil says is a deal breaker for you, but the homosexual over here, the brokey, the bum, the nigga that ain't got nothing. And again, listen to me and listen to me clear. I am not judging Cisco. I really don't think that Cisco should have been on the show. He should have been on how to get a, I want to work for, nope, we ain't gonna say that person's name. But he should have been on a show like that looking for a fucking job, ready to work, ready to find an apartment, ready to find a house, ready to find a car, not ready to love. Wrong show, sir, but yeah, Tay. Again, I'm not knocking you for saying that you want kids in a certain timeline. That's not my problem. But if you have kids with your number one, what is he gonna be able to provide for them kids? Because the way it's looking, he's gonna be coming to your crib with his toothbrush, his toothpaste, his hairbrush, his do-rag, his duffel bag, his everything, and squatting in your fucking apartment, mooching and living off of you. That's how it's looking. So you gonna have a kid with him, you gonna be pissed off looking at him like he's sitting on the, like, you ain't gonna do nothing. You're like, go somewhere. But okay, I mean, hey, if that's what Tay wants, that's what Tay gonna get. That's what Tay will get. But, okay, whatever, moving on. Now, Coolio Omar Epps. Sir, so he went to go apologize to Kiara, right? And he apologized to Kiara for the optics of what happened with Sahara. I was like, it's not really the optics, sir. And here's the thing. I do think Kiara is putting a little bit more on it than it needs to be, because you guys are not in a relationship. You guys are you guys are in this process to get to know everybody and see who you have a connection with, right? Now, she says that's not the problem. And I was like, so technically, so what is the problem? Okay, yes, Sahara was rubbing his, massaging massaging him. He massaged her. So I was like, so what is the real problem? Do you just feel is it just that you feel disrespected by what he did? I mean, okay. Would I necessarily, in this particular situation, would I be upset to see someone that I have a connection with? And so that's also a problem when you guys just solely laser focus on each other and don't get to know other people throughout the process. That's the problem. But hey, when it comes to Coolio Omar Epps, I have a problem with you because I have a problem with you because you want to sit here and say it wasn't intimate, but it absolutely 100% was intimate, sir. That was very intimate with Sahara. That's not stuff that you do with a friend. Like, I don't touch my friends. Like, not people, not people that I just consider like real good friends. Like, we don't touch like that. No, I touch a friend. If I touch a friend like that, that's because I like that friend and I want to see and explore what's there with that friend. I don't touch like that's not my best friend. I would never touch my best friend in that way. Like I would never massage her. None of that. Like, no. And when I say no, I said no because that's my sister. Like that's like my sister. So, well, not even like my sister. That is my sister. So, no, I would never do that. But hey, that's neither here nor there, right? So, Kiara went to go get Sahara because Coolio Omar Epps is basically saying that when it comes down to him and Sahara, that there's no connection. They don't have a connection. I was like, are you certain? You certain, sir? Because and also you slapped her ass. You slapped her ass. Again, I'm I'm not gonna slap like I'm not gonna do any of that stuff with a friend that I have no physical no attraction to, no, like none of that stuff. I'm not gonna do that because there's no reason for us to do that. Now, we may play like we may do not slap ass. Like we may do a little hit there and a push and a stuff like that and a nudge and all that kind, like like how you play fight with your siblings and stuff. We may play fight, but I'm not doing that with a friend. And that's strictly all that is a friendship. Like, I'm not gonna massage again. I am not doing that. That is, I think, we crossed the line. And he's not understanding that. So Kiara went to go get Sahara. Sahara, baby, all I gotta say to you is go home. At this point, go home. Cam is full of shit, and so is Coolio Omar Epps. So is Coolio Omar Epps. They're both full of shit. Cause then when she comes out, Kiara asked her, like, do you and Jay have a connection? She says, well, I thought we did. We don't have a connection. I was like, Sahara, it ain't no connection there, baby. And I really feel bad for Sahara. I'm really shocked that Sahara has made it as far as she has. But let's just, and this may sound mean the way that I'm about to say it, and I don't mean it in a mean way, because I've grown to like her, even though the season has been split in half. I've grown to like her over, from what I remember from the first half. When she first came in, she did come in on the team too much, talking about her name is Sahara, or Sahara, but like the desert, but wetter. I did think that was a little bit much, but over the last, well, again, we've only got the back half of the season. But from what I remember, she grew on me, right? But at the same time, I do realize that when it comes down to these men, honestly, it feels like she's been used for a number. Let's be real. I think Sahara has been used for a damn number. You guys may agree and you guys may disagree, and that's fine too. Whatever you guys do, that's fine. But that's just how I personally feel. I was like, oh, Sahara, baby, I want you to go home. I really want you to go home. So then after that, we see Angie and Hussein. They had a conversation with each other, right? And so she said that Tommy gave her some homework. And I guess the homework was to see what his definition of leading means. And honestly, it feels like his definition of leading is that old, antiquated, outdated biblical term of leading the house, right? Because he don't want to come home and he feel like his woman is the man too. I was like, oh God. But okay, I mean, hey, whatever. If that's what he likes, that's what he likes. Do I care? Not necessarily, right? So she asked him, well, no, he asked her how does she feel about them, and she told him that she's interested. We're at the end of this process. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? Oh my God. So then we see Cam. So Cam pulled Rose to the side because Cam feels that this whole weekend that he hasn't really had much time with Rose because Rose has spent her time with Hussein. I was like, well, sir, if you didn't have three different connections, then maybe you could have spent some time with Rose. But you're trying to divvy up your time between Rose, Sahara, and Angie. And I really feel like now you're trying to spend your time with Rose because you feel like Angie is a red flag because Angie bust somebody's windows out their fucking car. I really feel like that's where you are with Angie. Y'all can tell me how y'all feel. Y'all, honestly, the more I look at it, these men are just not intentional. And I'm realizing that. They're not intentional. I'm hopeful that the second season, I'm hopeful that the second Philly season is better than this one, because this one ain't given. And it could be because they split it up. No, even before they split it up, it wasn't given. This season ain't gave. I know people have complained about the Texas seasons. At least we gave drama, something. These people ain't giving me nothing. No offense to my Philly people. So, Rose told Cam, when it comes down to them and their connection, she doesn't really know where they stand because he never tells her. I was like, ding, 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 ding. Is what I just said a few minutes ago about Sahara. He ain't telling y'all where y'all stand because he's using one or two of y'all for a number. If I had to be honest with you guys, I really think he probably liked Angie more. That's so interesting to me with Angie and him. Because isn't he the one that always complains when Angie talks about sex to him? But then when they played that drinking game, he was talking about the sexual connection. He was talking about, the sexual stuff with him and Angie. And I'm like, but you clam up the mere mention that woman talks about sex. You're weird, sir. You're hella weird. I don't know who he likes, to be quite honest with you guys. 1 minute I feel like it's Sahara, but then I be feeling like I really feel like it's Angie. I don't know. Then we see Cisco and Tay, so they on a date, and he gave her a massage. I was like, girl, that's the only thing he can afford to give you is a free massage. And she ate it up. I said, well, you know what? If she if Tay likes it, Tay likes it. I ain't got much else to say for Tay. I really don't. So then we get to the lounge. The ladies, I don't really care about the lounge, to be quite honest with you guys. What else I want to talk about? Oh, so let's go ahead and get to the eliminates, you guys. So we have the eliminates. It was Khalil out with Rose, and it was Coolio Omar Epps, and he was out with Kiera, right? And ultimately, Coolio Omar Epps, he's still ready to love, and Khalil is not ready to love. And I was like, yeah, don't say. But that's the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below, you guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications, you guys, and also share the video. And until the next time, do me a solid favor, you guys. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode, which it'll be back on the, what did I say? What did I say, y'all? Bitch, I was about to say December. September 5th. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.